Long before humans walked this earth, before our first cities, our first tools, our first fires, something else was already farming. They have been doing this every single day, without stopping, without forgetting, for 60 million years. What this tiny creature holds in its jaws is not just a piece of leaf. It is evidence of the oldest agriculture on the face of this planet. When humans discovered farming, just 12,000 years ago, we called it the greatest leap in our history. Ants had already been farming 5,000 times longer. Scientists found an ant preserved in amber, 60 million years old, frozen in perfect detail. In its mandibles, a fragment of fungus, the first farmer caught in time. In the Eocene epoch, when this world was unrecognizable, when the continents themselves were still moving into place, a revolution was beginning on the forest floor. The first ant farmers discovered something that would change the course of life on Earth. If you grow your food, instead of just finding it, it never runs out. The first ant farmers discovered something that would change the course of life on Earth. If you grow your food, instead of just finding it, it never runs out. The first ant farmers discovered something that would change the course of life on Earth. If you grow your food, instead of just finding it, it never runs out. 60 million years passed. Climates shifted. Continents drifted. The dinosaurs rose and vanished. The ants still farming, unchanged. And their farms are underground. A leafcutter colony contains tunnels stretching hundreds of meters in every direction. No foreman, no architect, no blueprint. And yet, nothing is out of place. The main fungal garden chamber is a perfect sphere carved from living earth. Floor to ceiling, wall to wall, covered entirely in cultivated fungus. Alive, tended, thriving. When a leaf fragment touches the garden, fungal threads consume it within hours. The ant applies secretions from its own body, a natural antibiotic, fertilizer, and pesticide, 60 million years before we invented either. A single colony operates 3 distinct worker castes. The smallest tend the fungus surface. The medium-sized carry and place the leaves. The largest stand guard. No one gives orders. No one needs to. The queen lives for up to 15 years. She does not manage the colony. She does not command. But every day, she inspects the garden. The farm comes first. Waste is removed to a dedicated chamber, completely isolated from the garden. Contaminated material never returns. This is a biosafety protocol 60 million years old. When a parasitic mold breaches the garden, the colony detects it in seconds. An infected tissue is removed. Antimicrobial fluid is applied directly. The threat is contained before it spreads. Everything in its place. Everything in balance. The underground civilization continues in silence. From above, a leafcutter colony trail system looks exactly like a city road network. No traffic lights, no central control, no accidents. When humans began farming 12,000 years ago, we believed we had invented something new. We had not. We were simply the last ones to figure it out. A leafcutter ant can carry 50 times its own body weight. That is the equivalent of a human being carrying a loaded truck uphill every day of their life. 2 lanes of traffic, thousands of individuals, no collisions, no confusion. A highway system that has never had a traffic jam in 60 million years. Cutter ants climb 20 meters to reach the freshest leaves. Their mandibles vibrate at high frequency, biological scissors, cutting perfect shapes with surgical precision. The leaf enters the garden. The fungus processes it. Nutrient-rich food structures form. Workers harvest them. Larvae are fed. A closed loop, self-sustained ancient. Before this queen leaves her colony forever, she does one thing. She fills a small pouch in her mouth with living fungal spores, taken from her mother's garden, which came from a garden 60 million years old. She lands alone on bare soil. She removes her own wings. She begins to dig. From nothing, a new civilization begins. Inside the founding chamber, she deposits the spores on the wall with the care of someone planting the most important seed in the world. She will not eat until the fungus grows. The farm comes first, always. Scientists have studied this fungus for decades. It no longer exists in the wild. It cannot survive without the ants. And the ants cannot survive without it. 60 million years of mutual dependence, neither one complete without the other. The largest leafcutter colonies extend 6 meters into the earth. They contain up to 8 million individuals. They process 1 metric ton of leaves every single day. No central planning, no manager, it simply works. The metapleural gland, a structure unique to ants, produces a natural antibiotic that kills the parasitic mold without harming the cultivated fungus. Humans developed pesticides 100 years ago. Ants developed theirs 60 million years ago. There are more than 500 species of fungus farming ants, each with its own methods, each with its own garden, all following the same fundamental principle: grow what you eat and you will never go hungry. When a foreign ant crosses the border, the chemical alarm spreads through the colony in under 4 seconds. No one called a meeting, no one issued a command. Every individual knew exactly what to do. Leafcutter ants never strip a tree entirely. They harvest a portion, rotate to another, allow recovery. Sustainable farming, practiced without instruction for 60 million years. This ant, one of 8 million, carries its leaf piece across the forest floor, part of a system that existed long before the first human being drew its first breath, and will continue long after the last one. The day ends. The last foragers return. The guards hold their positions. But the garden never stops. It never has. Somewhere beneath this forest, invisible from here, millions of colonies tend millions of gardens in the darkness of the earth, as they have done every night for 60 million years. The night shift begins. The colony does not sleep. The farm does not rest. Under moonlight, the same trail, the same rhythm, the same ancient purpose. Deep underground, the fungal garden glows softly. The queen rests. The larvae grow. Workers tend every surface. Everything exactly as it should be.